All right, welcome to your daily Delta update. The market is absolutely buzzing, and you know what? A new front just opened up in the AI war. We've got a legacy player making a huge pivot, and it could seriously shake up the hottest sector out there. Let's get right into it.
Look, let's just cut straight to the chase. While all the headlines are screaming about M&A, the real story, the one that matters, is happening just under the surface. This one move by Elastic, it could kick off a massive rotation in the AI space. But first, to really get why this is so huge, we need to look at the bigger picture. The headline that's basically giving a green light to the whole sector is the IBM Confluent deal. It just got a massive, massive dose of certainty. Okay, the key detail here, HSR clearance. For weeks, the market was terrified that regulators were going to step in and block IBM's buyout of Confluent. Well, that fear, it's gone. The deal cleared the big antitrust review, and with the shareholder vote just around the corner on February 12th, that arbitrage window is closing fast. So the big takeaway here is pretty clear. Big tech M&A is back on the menu. The regulatory gates are officially open. But as big as that is, it's not the main event, not even close. Now, let's get to the real battle, the war for AI dominance that's really just getting started. This is where the real action is, folks. A direct challenge has just been thrown down in the multi-billion-dollar agentic AI space. We're talking about an underdog going right up against the reigning champ. Today, Elastic officially dropped Agent Builder. And listen, this is not just some new feature. This is a full-on strategic pivot. They are making a direct play to become the platform for companies building AI agents. You know, these autonomous programs that can do all sorts of complex stuff. And that narrative, up until today, has been owned completely and totally by Palantir. And here it is. This is what traders call the tell. On Wednesday, call option volume on Elastic stock just exploded, 106% above average. That is a crystal clear signal that the smart money was getting into position for this exact announcement. They're betting this pivot could completely re-rate the stock. And this move, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's a direct shot at the king. Which, of course, brings us to Palantir. The stock's been an absolute monster, just riding this AI supercycle story. But the bear case, it's getting a lot louder. The stock is trading at a mind-boggling 170 times earnings, and right before their earnings reports, a major bank just doubled down on a scathing sell rating. Yeah, that rating is from RBC Capital, and they've slapped a $50 price target on the stock. From where it's trading now, that implies a potential 70% downside. So the battleground is set. You've got this red-hot narrative versus a terrifying valuation. Right at the exact moment, a new challenger steps into the ring. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the chatter on the street. What are the rumors that could really start moving the market next week? So first step, remember that Datadog and GitLab rumor, the one that had the street buzzing for a while? Well, the latest institutional research suggests that that whole thing has gone ice cold. Wolfe Research basically poured a bucket of cold water on the whole idea, calling it not the optimal M&A path. That note has definitely cooled the M&A fever around GitLab, and you can see traders are already moving on. But hey, as one rumor dies, another one starts to pick up steam. You're going to want to keep this name on your radar. Nebius Group. They're in the GPU cloud game, so they provide the raw horsepower for AI, and they just inked a massive deal with Microsoft. The chatter is getting louder because these guys could start putting some serious pressure on margins across the entire data sector. And here's why traders are paying attention. The company is reportedly seeing triple-digit growth. That kind of speed in the infrastructure space is a direct threat to the juicy compute margins that companies like Snowflake and Datadog absolutely depend on. It's just another sign that the whole competitive landscape in data and AI is heating up fast. So let's put this all together. The M&A market's wide open. A new front has just been declared in the agentic war. This is setting up a classic thesis that traders are watching very, very closely right now. It's called the rotation trade. It's a simple strategy of selling the high flyer, right? The stock that's already priced in years of good news, and you rotate that cash into a competitor in the exact same space that has a similar story, but a much, much lower valuation. And this right here, this is our chart of the day. It perfectly illustrates the whole idea. You can see the absolutely massive valuation premium that the market has given Palantir for its agentic AI story. And then, right next to it, you see Elastic, who is now fighting for that exact same narrative, trading at a tiny fraction of that multiple. The market is basically testing to see if that gap is about to slam shut. Which leaves us with the final and most important question.
with Palantir facing a serious valuation reality check and Elastic making a direct play for its crown. Is the smart money right? Is that massive premium the market is paying for agentic AI about to find a new home? That's the trade to watch.